Hey, greetings, my metal stackers. We are constantly criticizing and bashing the US dollar. It is taking more dollars to pay for less in today's world. The time couldn't be more critical to start using an alternative currency, the Goldback. So in the past 6 months, the US dollar has lost about 10% of its value. In fact, ever since we got off the gold standard in 1933, we have lost, or I should say the US dollar has lost over 90% of its value. This is a staggering decline. And the time, again, guys, couldn't be more critical to start using an alternative currency in order to protect your purchasing power. So I often get a lot of questions in terms of what are Goldbacks. So what are Goldbacks? As the term suggests, they are literally a gold-backed currency broken down into small, spendable denominations. We're talking anywhere from a half Goldback all the way to a 100 Goldback. In fact, this past year, Florida did release 3 new denominations, a half Goldback, a 2 Goldback, and a 100 Goldback. Each Goldback is made of pure 24 karat gold, guys, a precious metal that obviously holds value over time, and it is an absolutely inflation resistant currency. The security features, one of my favorites. Each Goldback is protected by several anti-counterfeiting measures. We're talking anywhere from serial numbers, artwork, and a raised image on the back. And just to give you guys an idea of what I mean by that, so what we have here is a 100 Florida Goldback, one of my favorites. So if you take a typical UV flashlight, check this out, guys. You can see the additional features that the Goldback introduced, making it extremely difficult to counterfeit. The best part is all Goldbacks are local alternative currency available in an increasing number of states. This is huge. I think in my home state of New Hampshire, we have well over 145 locations that will accept the Goldback as an alternative currency. There's no question the number of merchants and locations, they are increasing. And this is significant. In fact, I am predicting in 10 years' time, if not less, we may see well over half of the country accepting Goldbacks as a form of payment. In fact, I honestly believe that at least a third of our states will roll out their own Goldbacks. We are all realizing by saving dollars, we are losing purchasing power. The Goldbacks have increased ever since the first Goldback was released in 2019. Here's a chart to look at. All right, guys, since I started recording this video, I noticed the exchange rate has increased. It is now $6.72 for one Goldback. Let's scroll down. Those multiple denominations I spoke about, check this out. A half a Goldback. So let's say you wanted to buy a dozen eggs at a local farm stand. Well, guess what? A half a Goldback will pay for that dozen of eggs. In most places, a dozen of eggs, it's going to cost you close to that $4 range, give or take. And you could see a breakdown of every Goldback, their value, and their respected gold content. That 100 Goldback that I showed you earlier, let's say you needed some expensive auto repair work, or maybe you need some electrical work in your house. Well, guess what? 100 Goldback We'll pay for that. But what I really wanted to show you is the amazing chart. This is just incredible. Looking back, when the Goldback was first released back in 2019, the exchange rate was $2.25. And again, we're at $6.72 within 6 years' time. This is amazing. The chart speaks for itself. Let's look at the devaluation of the dollar over time. Well, guess what? This chart also speaks for itself. So the message is obviously clear. You are going to save and preserve more of your purchasing power by sticking with an alternative currency. Real money, real value, right here, the Goldback. I don't know about you guys, but that was a pretty impressive chart. In just 6 years' time, the Goldback has increased from a $2.25 exchange rate to now $6.72. And we're not done yet. As gold continue to rise, the Goldbacks will increase in value. Why shouldn't they? It's 24 karat gold in your wallet that you can carry every day and spend at any location willing to accept real money. In fact, we now have 8 states that have their Goldbacks. We have Utah. We have Nevada. We have South Dakota, Wyoming, New Hampshire, Florida, and now Oklahoma and Arizona coming out with their Goldbacks. In fact, Oklahoma is releasing a 3 Goldback denomination. Pretty impressive. And I honestly believe it's just a matter of time before Texas rolls out their Goldbacks. Come on, Texas. What's the holdup? But guys, this is amazing. This is huge in my opinion. And I'd love to see a third of the country releasing their Goldbacks. Again, more and more states are realizing the value of real money, gold, that you can spend every day for your goods and services. Speaking of more states realizing the true value of gold as real money, Florida just recently passed a bill allowing Floridians to use gold or silver to pay for goods and services. Moreover, Floridians can now pay their property taxes in gold or silver. Additionally, Texas passed a similar bill that allows their citizens to pay for goods and services using gold or silver. Guys, this is huge. This is a game changer. But you don't have to live in those states to use gold and silver for your everyday needs. If you have a UPMA account holding your Goldbacks, you can now request a TrueLink Visa debit card associated with your UPMA account. By doing so, you are using this debit card to store your value in a form that is not subjected to inflation, unlike the US dollar. Thus, it is preserving your purchasing power over time. Why are we not taking advantage of this opportunity? It is available to everyone with a UPMA account. And if you don't have a UPMA account, scan the QR codes here. Open up a UPMA account. It is free at no cost to you. All you have to do is enter some simple information and then fund your account. And afterwards, you can request your TrueLink Visa debit card. Guys, the opportunity is in front of us. Let's take advantage of this. All right, I am going to call this a wrap. Guys, Keep in mind, at OM Bullion, I am not just selling you precious metals. I am helping you preserve your purchasing power, your wealth. At OM Bullion, we not only sell the Goldbacks, but we accept the Goldbacks as a form of payment. So in other words, if you want to purchase a tube of silver from me and pay me in Goldbacks, well, guess what? I am more than happy to accept that as a form of payment. Additionally, if I owe you change and you prefer to accept or receive Goldbacks instead of this stuff, well, guess what? I am more than happy to pay you in Goldbacks. And also keep in mind, if you do purchase Goldbacks from me and you sell back in the future because, well, let's face it, some of us, we just need cash. Well, guess what? You will receive the exchange rate, 0% spread. So I am not going to charge you some kind of exchange rate fee, whatnot. No, you are going to receive whatever the exchange rate is. That's how we do business at OM Bullion. Guys, take advantage of this opportunity. Start using the Goldbacks. The time is now. Times are changing, and we need to adapt to that change. Let's have a conversation on the Goldback. Let's change the world, because I honestly believe this is going to be a new currency for the future. Guys, take care of your health. Preserve your wealth. Most importantly, keep rocking. Yeah, you got it. Keep stacking. Thanks, guys.